You may stop short the next time you order organic from Starbucks. I know we're opening a huge can of worms here, but here's Vani Hari, the food babe, and she's done her own investigation into Starbucks, and she's here once again to give us her findings. Vani. Starbucks.
Yeah, I mean, it's on every corner here in New York.
It's almost a way of life. People go there, they bring their computers, they sit at tables, they socialize. It's a little community. And, you know, even my manager can't get up in the morning without his Starbucks. So what have you found?
So, you know, one of the things that I really quickly realized is that coffee, you know, buying Starbucks every single day is expensive.
Well, that's without saying.
It really adds up, right?
It's cheaper to make it at home.
It's totally cheaper to make it at home. But what are you really buying, you know, every single day? And what you're buying is majority of the Starbucks coffee that's being bought is all non-organic. It is ridden with pesticides. It actually has pesticides in it. And this is something that your body, you're drinking coffee every single day for how many years in your life?
And sometimes 2 and 3 times a day, some people.
Right. And think about the accumulation of those toxic pesticides. So if you're doing a habit every single day or eating some type of food or some type of tea or anything, I always recommend choosing organic. And organic isn't available at every single Starbucks. I think it's available in maybe California.
I know they actually make it separately. I remember going into there and needing an organic coffee for something, and they had to make it separately.
Right, and you know what? It can't be certified after that point because you know what? They're using the same grinders. They're using
their other coffees.
Right, so it does become contaminated. So this is a serious issue because I think so many people are addicted to that brand, and that brand really needs to come to bat and start making all of their coffee organic.
Well, I think they're big enough and they're strong enough and they have enough money to be able to make something that's a little bit healthier for their constituency, if you will.
Yeah, they really have a really big opportunity.
I mean, I already have an issue with coffee because I find it extremely acidic on the body to begin with. And I mean,
if anybody's dealing with depression, anxiety, any type of mood disorder, if they're feeling any type of sadness, one of the first things they can do is eliminate coffee. And I tell you, if you can get yourself off of that caffeine, that boost, the overtaxing of the adrenal glands, that will have a tremendous effect on the way you feel about yourself, the way you're able to handle yourself, the way you're able to handle your own stress in your body.
Well, I think that's a big order because, I mean, it's a very tall order to get people, it's a grande latte to get people off of the adrenaline high, because falsely stimulating your adrenals every single day and then stopping, people will actually slow down, get depressed. They will feel that. But that false stimulation every single day has a long-term health issue, which can be, can damage hormone production and do all kinds of things. I mean, this is what I have found in my research, and a lot of this is, of course, my opinion and your opinion. But at the same time, you're looking at this and you're going, look at the state of health today and what are we doing the most of, and
right. You know what's so interesting is when I went on a juice cleanse, a juice fast, a green juice fast, after going on that for 3 days, getting all those nutrients and that burst of energy, I had no need for coffee. And that's how I gave up coffee eventually. And I still drink a little bit here and there, but I make sure it's like in a really small amount, that it's organic, that I'm controlling the ingredients. And I think the other pitfall that people, succumb to is when they are at Starbucks, they see that huge line of pastries. Those pastries are so processed.
I know, but you can't fault them for that. You can't fault them for wanting to sell something great. But, but if they're selling something, and they can be healthier, that's where I fault people.
Yeah.
If they have the opportunity to be healthier,
they're
moving less pesticides and all this other kind of, and hidden things, we talked about MSG and labels and whatnot, these hidden things, that's really more. If you decide you want to eat that big fat cinnamon bun, okay, but I don't think that you sign up to eat pesticides and butane and MSG and all these other things that I find.
There's a way to make an iced lemon pound cake without 50 ingredients.
Exactly.
There's a way to do that.
Your grandma did it, right?
Yeah, and so if they're turning that stuff around, I mean, people are buying that stuff. They have the obligation to make their stuff healthier. It's also full of GMOs. It has those chemicals that are banned in other countries. Yeah. I'd really like to see them clean that up. But one of the other things that is very popular at Starbucks that they're known for is the Frappuccino.
Yes.
And the Frappuccino syrup has the worst kind of caramel coloring added to it, which is category 4, the same type of caramel coloring that has been studied linked to cancer
Well,
Major
they
cancer.
mix that with chlorine, right?
Well,
And
it's
fluoride or something.
ammonia.
Yeah, ammonia.
It's heated ammonia.
Oh, goodness. Well, you know, the only thing I think coffee is good for is enemas, so hey, who am I to speak about all this? Thank you so much, Bonnie, for coming on. I really appreciate you opening that door. We've gotten so much